Hi guys, welcome back to another amazing episode. My name is NNRAVIE, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And so today I'll be teaching you how to draft a basic sleeve. And in order to do that, we're going to be needing our pattern paper, calculator, scissors, markers, pencils, biro, pen, whatever you want to use. So without much further ado, let's just get straight into it. Hi guys, welcome back. In order to draft a basic sleeve, these are some of the measurements you would be needing. 1. Your round bust, your armhole depth, your round armhole, your bicep circumference, your sleeve length, your round sleeve, your sleeve cap height, and of course, this is all you're gonna need. In order to draft our sleeve, the first thing we want to do is to fold our pattern paper using our highest circumference. And what is your highest circumference? We're going to be using our armhole depth as our highest circumference, which is also your shoulder measurement. You can either use your shoulder measurement or your armhole length. This measurement can work. All you have to do is divide your shoulder or armhole depth by 2 plus 3. Whatever figure you get, that is the number we're going to use to fold our pattern paper. And I also want to make you understand that I'm already using a paper that accommodates my measurements. So I'm just going to fold it like this. So this is what it should look like. On fold, we're going to be drafting from the edge of the folded paper. So the first thing we want to do is to get our vertical measurement. And before we get our vertical measurement, I want us to label the shoulder because this point is our shoulder point. So the first thing we want to do is to measure our sleeve cap height. If you don't know how to get your sleeve cap height, don't worry, I'm going to teach you. In order to get your sleeve cap height, all you have to do is divide your round bust by 12 plus 0.5. I'm going to say that again. All you have to do is divide your round bust by 12 plus 0.5. Whatever figure you get, you're going to apply it vertically. So I'm working with a sleeve cap height of 4 inches. So I'm just going to place my tape on the shoulder and then I'm going to mark out 4 inches and then I'll draw a straight line. So the next thing we want to add is our sleeve length and allowance. So I'm going to be working with a 2 inches sleeve allowance. But before I do that, I'm going to add my sleeve length. So you start from the shoulder, then you add your sleeve length. So we're adding our 2 inches hemming allowance. Okay guys, welcome back. So the next thing we want to add is our bicep circumference. And we're going to be adding our bicep circumference on the sleeve cap. In order to get your bicep circumference, all you have to do is divide your bicep circumference by 2 plus 1.5 or 2 inches sewing allowance. So I'll be working with 1.5. And whatever number you get, please add it on your sleeve cap. Okay guys, so this is where our bicep measurement is. So the next thing we want to add is our round wrist. So all you have to do is divide your round wrist by 2 plus 1.5 or 2, and you're going to add that measurement on your sleeve length and also on your allowance. Guys, so we're going to connect the dots. We're going to connect our sleeve length to our bicep. And this is what it should look like. So the next thing we're going to do is to connect our sleeve cap to the shoulder. So all you have to do is to draw a horizontal line from the shoulder to meet this sleeve cap point. Okay guys, we're almost done, but this part is very crucial. You pay attention, and I'm going to be bringing the camera close so we don't miss any detail. So the next thing we want to do is to divide this diagonal line by 2. So you're going to get the measurement and you divide it by 2. So whatever you get, we're going to mark it out. If you divide your diagonal line by 2, this is your middle point. So the next thing we want to do is divide from this midpoint to this midpoint by 2. Whatever you get, you mark the line. You do the same thing from this midpoint to this midpoint by 2. Whatever you get, you mark a line, which is what I'll be doing now. Okay guys, this is what it should look like. So I'm going to call this point 1, point 2, and point 3. So guys, we're about to enter the most crucial part of this sleeve. Okay guys, welcome back. So the next thing we want to do is to go up by 1/2 inch on point 1. So we're coming up by 1/2 inch here, which is this point. So the next thing we want to get is our sleeve curve. And in order to get that, remember we went up by 1/2 inch on point 1. So we're going to be connecting a curve from the shoulder to point 2. So I'm going to be connecting a curve from the shoulder to point 2. You can use your sleeve curve ruler or you can use your free hand if you know you're very good at it. So I'm going to be connecting it from the shoulder to point 2. Please watch carefully. And this is what it looks like. And so I'm going to be connecting another curve from point 2 to 3. But instead of connecting it from up, you're going to be bringing your hand down like this. So this is exactly what it should look like. The next thing you want to do is to get your round armhole measurement on your sleeve curve. So you have to get a tape and get your round armhole measurement. And that's exactly what I'll be doing shortly. So in order to get your round armhole measurement, all you have to do is to divide it by 2. Divide your round armhole by 2 and just measure it on the sleeve curve. So you have to measure slowly. Okay. So my round armhole measurement is 10 inches. I did this on purpose in order to teach you guys how to add excess measurement on your curve. All you have to do is this. So we have here what I have here is 9 inches and my measurement is 10. So all you have to do is mark out your 10 inches. Mark out your 10 inches plus 1/2 inch sewing allowance or 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'm going to be adding the 1/2 inch. This is my 1/2 inch. So I'm going to connect my curve to meet this point. And then I'll draw a straight line. And that's it guys, you have just drafted a simple basic sleeve. And if you attach this on your round armhole on your bodies, it is going to be a perfect measurement. And in situations where you check your measurements and everything is accurate with your round armhole, you can just connect the line and just leave it like that. But if there's an excess, this is exactly what I do to make it meet up. So the next thing I want to do is the armhole effect. Okay, guys, welcome back. So we're going to be doing our armhole effect. Before we do that, we have to label this. So this is our front. And this is the back. So before we get our armhole effect, I am going to be cutting out our sleeve. So this is what it should look like. So in order to get our armhole effect, I'll be stepping in by 1/2 inch on the front panel. I'll be connecting a curve. And then I'll just cut it out. And voila, guys, we are done drafting our basic sleeve. If you follow these methods, I assure you it's simple and easy, and it's going to be your go-to-go method. Thank you so much for watching. My name is NNRAVIE. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and of course comment. And if you have any other questions, I will be in the comment sections. See you on our next tutorial. Bye.